It's important for a learning organization because you need to show your value to the organization. Our brand is integral to GE because of the importance of leadership and development at GE. We've integrated it with our GE brand. But if you haven't done that or don't have that at your company, it's really critically important that you need to show the value to your organization. You need to help learners understand what's in it for them, help the managers of learners understand what's in it for them, and what is it that you're going to bring to them in terms of a benefit out of the learning that they're going to experience. I think the first step is really understanding what is your purpose and being very clear about that purpose. Even though our brand is very integral with GE, we have a very specific purpose of our learning organization, and it's to inspire, connect, and develop GE's leaders today and tomorrow. And we think very carefully about what does that mean to the organization, what does it mean to a learner, what are they going to experience when they're in one of our learning experiences that reflects that purpose. We also think very carefully about how does that purpose support and advance the culture of the company and what we're trying to achieve as a company. So I think that first step is get that purpose statement in place, and then from there start to think about what does that really mean, what does it look like, what does it feel like as you start to build your brand. You know, it's interesting at GE, we tend to make an acronym or a nickname out of a lot of different things. And our learning organization has come to be known as Crotonville because our main learning campus is at Croton on the Hudson in New York. So it became Crotonville many, many years ago. One of the challenges that we've run into is people thinking that Crotonville is the place. And we've had to start to help people understand Crotonville is the ideal and the experience. And so we've had to think about how do we replicate that experience and that ideal all around the world for all of our learners who may not be able to be at that specific place for their learning experiences. A new challenge that we're going through is we're going through a very huge transformation as a company, going from an industrial company to a digital industrial company. And what does that mean in terms of how we adjust our learning and the brand that learning has become as part of our GE brand? And so we're thinking through that today in terms of what are the new skill sets people need to learn? What does that learning experience look like in the future to be a digital industrial company? So it's causing us to rethink all of our talent development processes and how is the learning integrated into everything that we do as we start to work very, very differently as a company to support that new digital industrial strategy as a company. That has historically been one of the reasons why our brand is so integral with GE's brand, because we have partnered with HR and talent development. It's a very seamless interaction and partnership. So I would say if that's not something that you have at your company today, that's critical that you start to think about how do you become partners together. We've even implemented a whole new process for performance development that is enabled by an app where you are able to get feedback, give feedback, we call them insights, to everyone in the company. It's not just a manager and employee anymore. And our next step in that is how do we integrate the learning? How do we make sure that as people get insights, they also automatically are connected with the right learning to help them address any of the information that they're receiving in insights. So we're working on that today. That partnership is not new, but how we do it in support of this new transformation as a company is definitely new for us. And we're testing and trying and learning and figuring out what works, and everybody's going with us.